Okay, in the finals here, we lost the die roll, but we've got a very keepable hand, which is cool. Let's see if we finally play against a non-aggressive opponent. We'll lead with the Swamp. Ooh, this is the person we passed the Pharika's Chosen to. Okay. I believe it's Swamp because of Pharika's Cure, I was saying. In case we happen to draw that and care about that. Yeah, turn 3 Scholar of Athreos. If my opponent has no pressure, then we'll just hang on to the Alciad for like a bestow on supply line cranes or something. Lash of the Whip will be good, but not for a while. Could have been good maybe to play the Swamp to discourage my opponent from a gameplay of Pharika's Cure. But then there's also the argument that I don't want to signal that I may have it. Right now I don't have it, so if I draw it, it makes it better. My opponent thinks, well, he didn't have it before. I must have drawn it or something like that. Alright. Alright. Get our Scholar down. Start getting some of our life back. Opponent has 6 cards in hand. I have 6 cards in hand. How about that? Oh, Nightmarish End. That's a bummer. Probably do just play the Observant Alciad now, so I can start, like, putting pressure back on my opponent. That being said, it's not like I have any pressure from my opponent, so maybe playing Supply Line Crines and then putting an Alciad on it, having Lash. Yeah, who cares? It's 1 point of damage. Opponent's like, oh, you have Divine Verdict, don't you? Or just doesn't care if I use it on Pharika's Chosen. We'll think for a second, let my opponent guess that I was considering that shortly. What are you doing during Blocker's step? Misclicking? Or is there actually a 4 mana something that is going to be really good here that I'm not thinking of in combat? I mean, maybe if there was a Boon State and you're tapping 5 mana, that would be bad news bears. But that's not the case, so that is good. I think you just tapped your mana incorrectly during combat. Okay, I can live with that. What's your follow-up, friendo? Some annoying 4-drop, I believe. Ooh, Phrase Band Trumper. Well, we just get to run out our cranes here. A little bit worried because now my opponent goes 6 land, kill supply line cranes with one of those sorcery speed destroy target creatures. And then I'm really behind on board, which might have been fine to play the Alciad, but I still don't think it's that good. I'm not going to run into a combat trick. The supply line craze is too important right now. Rather wait till I've bestowed, attacked in for 5 myself, and then like had Lash of the Whip or something backed up. I mean, 5 cards in hand. My opponent's got to have something. Leeches is good. I need to start drawing not lands. I'm glad that that's the only pressure I'm seeing, though, at the moment. Yeah, 2 points of damage every turn isn't awesome for me. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the bestow thing. It should hold back at least these 2. And now I have God's Willing represented, so I'm less worried. I do need to start blocking, it seems. I mean, I'm taking, what, 7, 8, 9? If I don't, down to 3. Yeah, so I have to block. So if my opponent has a combat trick, that's a bummer. But I can probably play around most of like the +2/+2 combat tricks, which is nice. This could even be 8 coming through. Yeah. When does battle target creature must be blocked this turn available. Oh, that's a bummer. So Pharika's Chosen is totally going to take down my big ol' supply line cranes while my opponent bashes through for 9 points of damage. Golden Hydox, there you go. First time I've ever seen you do anything good. I'm worried about that Fairies Band Tromper getting out of hand. What do I need here? I can at least play both of my spells. But what do I need to get out of this? I can go ahead and kill the Fairies Band Tromper now before the other token gets put on it. Still in a bad spot. Can I even... Because then I still have to... I mean, I'm chump blocking 2 dudes anyway. Going down to 2. So does it even matter? They're all lethal. I think it's more worrisome that if an enchantment comes down... It's when it enters the battlefield, right? Yeah. So we're going to take out the Goldenhide Ox, probably. I think we're going to lose this pretty handily here. But you never know. You just never know. And my opponent just kind of lets things happen. Alright, well, we are a chump-a-ruin. Probably shouldn't show this last card because I don't think there's hope of me getting out of this. Because what am I drawing to in my deck? Yeah, I probably should have just conceded. I'm not a fan. Or, not conceded, but I shouldn't have shown the Lash of the Whip. Play more lands. Yeah, I think it was bad to show the Lash. My opponent didn't even know that I had that card. And there's nothing I was going to draw to that would get me out of this. So yeah, I've decided that was wrong. And I'm dead. This seems quite nice against all the Farigha's Chosens. We saw at least one relevant enchantment dude, a big old 5/4 Goldenhide Ox. So what don't I like? I think I do like Cast in the Darkness here in this matchup. My opponent isn't that aggressive. And having it against the Farigha's Chosen as well as the Viper's Kiss is kind of good. But then I guess my other cards are just better. I think these are the dorks we're playing with here. I don't think Griffin Dreamfinder is going to be good, but if we're bringing in more of these things, then it could be. I actually think the Acolyte's Reward is going to be worse than what we have here. So, of these, what 3 do I want? Viper's Kiss. Besides that one big old dude, do we see any other relevant enchantments? Not really. So I think for now that guy's gone, so I think we're doing it like this. Yes, I would like to play first. Not awesome, but it's a hand. We need to draw some more removal spells, but we can go 2, 3, 4, and hopefully have some beatdown action. Opponent's mulled down to 6. That's not entirely relevant. That'll be good. Get those Farigha's Chosens out of the way. Chosen? Did you draw a Chosen? You did not. Yay! We get to do something. So we'll put a little bit of pressure on early. Do 7 points of damage in the first 3 turns, so we have a bit of a cushion of life. If my opponent does do anything, then we'll play the Mastiff next turn, but I assume some kind of blocker is coming down. Ooh, Read the Bones. Okay, then yeah, we're definitely playing the Mastiff. Maybe it's Triad? Because there's just more damage coming through? I like that, actually. Oh, yeah. We're just going to put as much pressure on the board while my opponent's dirtling around. Next turn we can do a Snarecaster, keep up Pharika's Cure. There's just so much to be doing. Life gain would be a bummer. There goes a Nightmare Shend. We knew that could have happened. Well, we're still going to bash in for 5, and then we'll have the Cure up for afterwards. Yes, use the ability. Please, please, please. What else you got for us? Would love to be able to play that Mastiff as well that turn. Satiable Harpy as well. So who do I kill with that? If I kill the Chosen, I get to attack in. The Harpy trades off. I still get to do some points of damage. And then the Mastiff to tap down my opponent's follow-up play, which is good, because then we'll have lethal on the table. Otherwise, I kill the Harpy. My opponent probably has to do a trade anyway, but doesn't gain the life. So that's better. We don't want my opponent gaining life. Ooh, and an Adept. I guess my opponent can have a boon, but even then that's 2 points of damage down. They trade off, go down to 2. We definitely want to have another lethal guy down, not the 1/3. And then that's that. Alright, we still didn't see any other better targets for Ray of Disillusion. Flyer is definitely scary, but we have ways to deal with it, at least to shrink it, but the 2 Pharika's Cures should be good. Casting Darkness will be okay, I guess. Nyx's Infusion will be good against it. Armament's good against that for a lack of life. I think, yeah, we still got a nice removal suite. Keep it this way. And have ourselves a good game here in our last match. Ugh, and we draw a horrible, horrible hand. Maybe I shouldn't say horrible, horrible. 1 Plains gets us where we want to go with a whole lot of good action. Any land at least gets us an Ashiok's Adept, but this isn't exactly like a winning hand against what my opponent's trying to do. I'm going to mulligan. Normally I think I would keep this because just I do have a 3-drop that'll probably come on turn 3, and 1 plane in a deck should be fine. But it's also just very underpowered cards. I actually like this quite a bit more. Pharika's Chosen? No. Glad to have the Laguna-Ban Elder, because I do actually want to save the Scholar of Athreos for after it's out of removal spell range. Yeah, Death Touch. That's a great draw. Next turn, probably putting Cast into Darkness onto the Baleful Eidolon, so I can bash in for 2. Or not. My opponent has some other plans, apparently. Doesn't want to block with the Baleful Eidolon for some reason. Why would that be the case? Devotion, like Grey Merchant type deck? I should be careful of that. Read the Bones. How interesting. Do I play the Scholar? Each time my opponents played Read the Bones, my opponent also was playing that... what's the -X for how many cards you have in hand? I think we're going to keep going on the aggressive. I think I'm going to put a Cast in Darkness on the Baleful Eidolon, which is going to be a removal spell for it anyway. Like, we want this to not be able to block. We want to be able to put pressure down. Save the Scholar for a little bit later. Get the Elder down next turn after we gain some life. Pretty sure that's what I'm doing. Not sure if that's the right line to take, but that's definitely what I'm doing. You know what? That was silly. Yeah, I should have played the 3 life doesn't really matter. I should have played the Laguna-Ban Elder. I got tempted by life. That's a noob. It's a noob situation. Yeah, see, and then I could have put it on the Squelching Leeches instead. Well, no, actually, I think Armament I do want as the way to deal with that guy. We have really... So this guy can't block. We're going to put armament on it, otherwise... Right, it's not an enchantment? No, it's not. See if my opponent knows what the cards do. My opponent does. just checking. Just seeing what's up. Opponent has 6 cards in hand versus my 3. Kinda dorks. Another Read the Bones. Ouch. If I had an aggressive start, this would be working A-OK, but now my opponent has a full grip. It's going to be hard to come back from. That's okay. I only get to play 1 spell this turn, so I guess it's Laguna Band Elder. It's about as good as it's going to get. And then we will start to be able to attack through for at least some points of damage. Really want to land, actually. Land will really turn us on to be able to play 2 spells, bestow, have preventative damage up. That's kind of nice. So scared of this 7. But my opponent is missing second color, green, so that's somewhat helpful. But my opponent's probably just main. That's good. That's kind of what we wanted to save the Scholar. As in, we wanted to draw out those removal spells against cards that mattered. Freaka's Chosen. Alright, we're going in grind mode, my friends. Could be hard with my opponent's card advantage, but we're going to give her a go. I think I just go ahead and put the Bestow on the Laguna Band Elder, so we have a really nice, good defensive dude. Man, if that Constellation guy comes down, though, that's going to suck. But I guess not the end of the world. But that's why I really want Scholar of Athreos to kind of hang around for a turn or two. Could be right just to play the... Yeah. Let's play the Scholar and the Traveling Philosopher. Let's take that risk. I don't think I can play around it too much longer. We got 1 removal spell out of hand. Probably means my opponent has another one. Was probably saving this and just decided to take out like the 2/2 because I can't imagine why my opponent would just randomly throw that away unless there was another removal spell. Or if my opponent really was worried that now I can start attacking in with the 2/2 and the 3/2 that I had out because the Stonewise Fortifier and Elder could have bashed through. But the fact that there was a Chosen out means that probably wasn't the case. I'll block with Traveling Philosopher A-OK. That's what it's there for. After all. Is there a combat trick here to make this a thing? Nope. So what is my opponent doing? Trying to put things in the bin. Oh, here goes a Scholar. Well, that's kind of nice. The fact that this guy's now a 6/6 means that the bestowing isn't particularly amazing, but if we're trying to grind out, we're kind of getting there. No point to attack. There's green. Now I'm scared. Interesting. What's my opponent digging for? Something scary that hopefully Excoriate can deal with. Sudama, not insane. Probably have to Excoriate it though, because in this long game, I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with that kind of card advantage as well, getting a bunch of 2/2 tokens down. Maybe shouldn't play that against an opponent who could have discard. Yeah, maybe. How interesting this last game is. I don't know if I can win this. Well, that's kind of nice. My opponent gets to do a huge hit. But at least it's wasting mana. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're not doing anything in this game right now. My opponent's going to get another Intimidate dude later anyway. But I'm definitely exiling this guy. Ooh. Well, we're just waiting for the late game. I don't want my opponent to be able to get the 2/2, so I definitely want to Excoriate now. But the Chrome Mastiff will be quite nice in the future. Keep me alive, or just start the race, start tapping down the Skulking Leeches, and be able to bash in for 5 a turn. So that's cool. Opponent seems to also be kind of done, despite finally finding the second color, which must be like the splash for like that Constellation guy or something else. Ooh, Harpy. Alright, so I need to keep drawing gas. Yay! Bummer that I can't play the Mastiff yet, but I mean, there's no way I can not kill the Harpy right now. It's going to put me way too far behind. And it runs the risk of it getting bestowed with something. Good, no combat trick. That was my one worry. Still okay going down to 14. That's not the end of the world. If I can stay alive long enough, I think we can use this Mastiff to get us there. Ooh, my opponent continues to deploy threat. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Trumpers. Threat after threat continues to rock out. I can block though, that's nice. The question is, am I going to, considering right now the only way I can win this game is like tapping down and attacking with my 5-3. And now I'm like a turn behind on the race, especially with this guy possibly able to grow. Still though, I can make the trade, have a 2-1. If my opponent wants to keep attacking. Grizzly Transformation, dang, with Intimidate. This Eidolon would be so nice if it wasn't bestowed, being able to take that Lamphead out at least. Alright, so it's a race that I'm losing right now, but we have outs. Feast of Dreams would be great, take out the Tromper. Bloodcrazed Hoplite, opponent keeps drawing gas, I keep drawing lands. That is not good. And unfortunately, I have to keep my... I can't attack, because I need to keep my Chrome Mastiff on defense duty. So I assume I'm just going to take 2 from this guy here. And helping my opponent grow while that happens. Kind of lame. Am I too far behind now? I guess if I draw running removal spells, might be able to get there. Really need the Feast of Dreams to take out the Trumper and then something to deal with this guy. Fated Return. Okay. So that's not happening. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that just nailed the coffin shut. Lash of the Whip. Well, it deals with a Scholar. So I think I have to lash my own Scholar. Right? Technically I can keep this guy tapped down. Still can draw a Feast of Dreams. Taking 2 here. Oh man, this is horrible. Still horrible. Because this guy just finishes me off too fast. Yeah. I'm down to 6, I assume. Yep. We're hanging in there. Need a Feast of Dreams. Three-turn clock. And Feast of Dreams is just to stabilize. It's not to win. Gosh, stop drawing shit. Dead? Dead. There was hope, my friends. There was hope. But we didn't get there. Alright, so this will finish me off here with Intimidate Dudes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Again, this is Ryan from ManaBluff.com. Leave comments, subscribe, like on YouTube. Comment. It's GG's. Comment on ManaBluff.com. I'm guaranteed to respond there. And then also, you can find my Twitter, __RJH___. What was my last card? What did I have gotten there? Nah, wasn't even close. Still, a very interesting draft. I think it was not a deck poised for the finals, but in this form, I guess it gets there. And then also a very funny, sort of embarrassing moment in round one. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next Friday. Peace.